Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Sabrina Haq, assistant teacher of science, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a science class for class 8 student on the based on chapter 4, which is first chapter of your annual term. And let us move forward to today's topic. The name of the chapter is reproduction in plants. Dear students, if you observe, you will see a great deal of seeds is produced from a plants. From these seeds, more new plants are produced. Besides, many plants are produced from different parts of plants. These are examples of reproduction of plants. Dear students, first lesson of the chapter is reproduction. Every organisms of the world train to keep its descendants before it dies. This is a natural phenomenon. The complex process by which an organism produces its offspring is known as reproduction. Dear students, this is the definition of reproduction, and it is of two categories. One is sexual reproduction while the another is asexual reproduction, and this is the name of two types of reproduction. And come to first types of reproduction, that is the asexual reproduction. The asexual reproduction is a mode of reproduction by which offspring arise from a single parent and inherits the genes of that parent only. It is reproduction which does not involve meiosis, fertilization. That we know meiosis only occurs for the sexual reproduction. The offspring will be exact genetic copies of the parent. Dear student, that is the definition of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is mostly found in lower grade living beings. Asexual reproduction is of two types, for example, spore production and vegetative reproduction. Dear students, you have to learn these two types name, that is spore production and vegetative reproduction. Now come to the next page, the formation of spores. This portion is too much important for you. The tendency of asexual reproduction by spore production is found mainly in lower grade plants. The modified somatic cells of plants body produced organ which contains spores. These are cells of plants body produced organ which contains spores. These are known as spore case or sporangium. A fully formed sporangium known as spore case or sporangium. A fully formed sporangium generally bears numerous spores, but sometimes sporangium bears a single spore. Spore may develop outside of sporangium. These are known as exospores. Some exospores are known as conidium. Mucor reproduce essentially by forming enormous numbers of microscopic spores inside sporangium. Penicillium is reproduced by formation of conidia. Sorry, again I am saying penicillium reproduced by formation of conidia. Dear students, this para is too much important for you. You have to learn the total para. I am marking for you the total para you have to learn. Now come to the next one, that is vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by vegetative structure, that is without formation of spores or gametes. These types of reproduction is known as vegetative reproduction. In many plants, vegetative reproduction is a normal process to reproduce in nature. Again, by artificial process, vegetative reproduction can be achieved. Natural vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction that takes place naturally by different methods. First one, segmentation. Generally, these types of reproduction is seen in lower plants. For example, in fragmented state, each parts of Spirogyra mucor. Dear student, Spirogyra is lower plant, but mucor is fungus. Grow into a new plant. They are all independent through roots. Some plants are grow from roots. Example, shagun, petal, etc. Some roots are fat and juicy. Bud are grows on the surface and form these buds new plants. For example, sweet potato. Now come to modified stem. This modified stem we already discussed in our previous class in class 7 with figure. That part we again discuss here but not totally. You must know which part of the plant body is known as stem. In some cases, the stems are modified. Some of these modified stems have no resemblance with true stem for their appearance and position. This modification occurs in order to protect from adverse conditions to ensure storage of food or for vegetative reproduction. These modifications are given below. Dear students, this is the cause of modification of the stem. Now first modification of stem is tuber. Some tubers are formed by outgrowth of the lowest auxiliary buds that we are commonly known as potato, which turns downwards into the soil. Eventually, the tips of the underground stems fill with the starch and soils rapidly to the form a tuber. Tubers are distinguished by their origin and the presence on their surface and of the root scales of leaves and auxiliary buds, which form the eyes. From each eyes and individual plants grow. For example, potato. Come to rhizome. Rhizome lies parallel inside the soil. Like stem, it bears distinct node and internode. Internode bears scale leaves and auxiliary buds, and they become fatting and juicy by storing food, and in favorable condition these buds grows into individual plants. For example, ginger. Come to bulb. These are very small stems. New plants grow on their auxiliary and terminal buds. Example, onion and garlic. Now come to stolon, and you may have seen aram stolon. In Bengali we are called it loti, and these are branches from aram, and the modification of reproduction, the stolon produce buds at the terminal end and that thus helps in reproduction. And example, aram, mint. And come to the offset of the water hyacinth, Sperodella, etc. form a very short runner called an offset. Runner grow out horizontally from auxiliary buds, forming several new plants. After some days, the daughter plants are detached from the mother plants and grow individually. Example, water hyacinth. Now come to next one, that is bulbil. The improper development of auxiliary buds of some plants form round shaped structure called bulbil. After some time, bulbil is separated from the plants and drops on soil and finally produce new plants. Example, yam, that is known as also chuprialu. Now come to the form leaves. Next one, that is from leaves. From the ground leaves or the bryophyllum, numerous young bryophyllum grows. Example, the strontius or the bryophyllum. All the process of vegetative reproduction cited above the occurs naturally. The daughter's plants grow from the vegetative reproduction has same characteristics as the parents. so no new character appears. So the production of the better quality cash crop artificial vegetative propagation method is used. Now come to the artificial vegetative reproduction. You have seen the grafting is the good variety of mango, orange, lemon, guava, etc. Can you say why we do grafting? Plants produced from seeds sometimes show less productivity and inferior quality. In these plants, artificial vegetative propagation is useful tools to restore the parental quality, and this is the cause for artificial vegetative propagation. Now let us know about the artificial vegetative propagation. Here in your book they are saying about only grafting and cutting. Come to grafting, the process by which the straight, young and fresh stem develop root and thus enable to stem to live individually is known as grafting. A cut is made in the bark of the stem where the roots is to be developed. Now the cut is to be covered by soil and cow dung. Finally, with the help of the cellophane tape, which usually we are called cos tape, or the polythene to protect the fall of soil and cow dung, this part of the stem should be kept moist by regular watering. If kept in this condition, root will grow in the couple of days. The stem with roots separated from mother plant will grow into new plants after planting. Now come to next one, cutting. You have observed that stem cutting of rows, if put into moist soil, grow new leaves after a few days. Each stem of this kind grows into a new rose trees. And dear students, this is a common practice in our country. Dear students, this is your homework number 1. You have to write this all civic knowledge based question answer from this part of your chapter. First question is, what is reproduction? Second question is, how many types of reproduction are there? You have to write their name also. What are they? And what is asexual reproduction? And how many types of asexual reproduction? What are they? Sorry. And last one is, what is grafting? Last one is, what is grafting? First question is, what is reproduction? Second question is, how many types of reproduction are there? What are they? And next question is, what is asexual reproduction? Fourth question is, how many types of asexual reproduction are there? What are they? And last question is, what is grafting? Dear students, I have finished my today's topic. Hope you have understood. Read the chapter and do the SW. Submit it regularly. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.